Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Rhythm Review. I haven't made a video in a while because I was busy graduating and I got a job. So now I'm a fully fledged productive member of society. Today I'm reviewing Ubisoft's Just Dance 2018 for the Nintendo Switch, which I've had for about a week now. So just to remind you how the rating system works, I use the My Judgment scale, which ranges from miss to good, great, and perfect. So I'm going to start off by talking about the things that I like about it. I think that it's pretty accessible. I have poor hand-eye coordination and motor skills, but I'm still able to play this game and enjoy doing it. The choreography is challenging, but it's not too difficult. It doesn't feel like they watered down the dance moves too much to make a game out of it. It's also pretty inventive, and I feel like a lot of effort went into making the choreography for every song. There's also a few Hatsune Miku songs in it. Never in my life would I believe that I could walk into an Australian game store and purchase a game featuring Hatsune Miku. I feel like the game is also really responsive. It feels like it tracks my movements pretty accurately and responds accordingly, as opposed to another game featured in Rhythm Review. I also like the sweat mode. This mode was designed to count the calories that you burn while playing the game and the length of time and the number of songs that you've been playing. I think that its calorie counting is probably pretty inaccurate. Calculating things like this requires like age, weight, and maximal oxygen consumption to be taken into account, and I'm sure it would require more than just your right hand to be tracked. But I do like that you can keep track of how long you've been playing. I've been trying to play Just Dance for about half an hour every day after I get home from work, so it's pretty helpful for that. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about everything that I don't like. The UI is awful. When you boot up the game, it asks you if you want to play Just Dance Kids, or World Dance Floor. I feel like Kids and World Dance Floor could have both been modes within the main Just Dance core game, and I feel like a lot of the options are really like hidden away in strange places too. I was really confused with regards to how to activate the 90-day trial of the subscription service Just Dance Unlimited. Turns out it activates automatically, which is good because I didn't find the option to do that for about 3 days. I also struggled with adding more than one profile to the game because in some places they're called like profiles and in other places they're dancer cards and dancer profiles. Turns out this is actually hidden within the settings of your own profile. I feel like this should have been a separate option on its own and treated more as sort of a game-wide option rather than in your own profile settings. Another thing is the controllers. The very first thing the game asks you when you boot it up is if you want to use the Joy-Cons or your smartphone as a controller. This is an either-or question. You can't use both. If you don't have enough Joy-Cons for everyone to play, you can't supplement that with your smartphones and vice versa, which I just feel is a very strange decision on Ubisoft's part. Like, it would have been such a good feature to have, like if you invite friends over to play Just Dance but you don't have enough Joy-Cons because they're expensive. They're like $80 in Australia, and I just don't understand why you can't have both. ¿Por qué no los dos, Ubisoft? Next is the subscription service. As I mentioned before, there's a subscription service called Just Dance Unlimited. This gives you access to a wider array of songs, which are updated every month, I think. Although it's not expensive, I just don't know if your subscription service was necessary. This game is already like $60, and I just feel like every game, every platform these days has a subscription service, and I'm just really like fatigued by all these subscription services available to me. The connection to the subscription services servers also feels pretty glitchy, especially if you put the console into sleep mode and then take it out of that again without rebooting the game. It won't connect properly. Also, if you play a song from Just Dance Unlimited, the song and video will buffer while you play the song, as opposed to completely loading it before you begin gameplay. This means that if your internet is slow or cuts out, or you're simply Australian, you'll often be left mid-dance move waiting for it to buffer. Next up, there's no difficulty levels. As far as I can tell, there's no measure of how hard songs are. You just have to play it yourself and figure it out. There's a loose correlation between BPM and difficulty, but this isn't a real rule. I feel like it would have been so easy to just add like some kind of rating to the song so that you can know what you're getting into before you press play. There's categories on the main song selection screen such as Easy Peasy Party, but I'd rather be able to see how difficult the song is while scrolling through my own playlist or favorites list. Also, I disagree on what they seem to think are easy easy songs, Rasputin is not an easy song. Some songs do have alternate choreography, for example an extreme version of the choreography, but they are not available by default, nor do you unlock them by clearing songs. This brings me to my next issue. There's a gacha system in the game that I paid for, but you can't use real money on this. You use in-game currency called mojo that you earn by playing songs, and the game will also periodically annoy you to complete challenges that it sets for you arbitrarily in order to earn more mojo. Its only purpose is to prolong the amount of time you spend playing the game. There's like 200 something items in this gacha machine, ranging from avatars to stickers that don't do anything or add anything to the game. It's also the only way to unlock alternate choreographies. So if there's like an extreme version of a song you want to play but you have really bad luck, I can see someone having to wait until the very last item falls out of that gacha machine. Also, if you're like me and you mash the A button to try and fast forward through the excruciatingly slow gacha scenes, you might accidentally equip a new item that you unlocked, or sticker or background or something, because after every item unlock it asks you if you want to equip or play that item, and the default setting is set to yes. Next up, I want to talk about the song choice. Some of the song choices feel a bit weird, like the Hatsune Miku song that is included in the base game is Love Ward. I'm a pretty big Vocaloid fan, but I'd never heard of this song. It was released in 2009 and only has 150,000 views on YouTube, and it's just a really weird choice for a Hatsune Miku song in a dancing game. Also, it has songs like Despacito and Gentleman, which are pretty heavily censored lyrically, but then have really sexually suggestive dance moves. Like, I just don't understand Ubisoft's choices here. There's also like 3 different versions of Robin Thicke's Bloodlines, which is not okay. The next thing I want to talk about is double rumble. So in normal gameplay, there's only one controller per player, meaning that only your right hand is tracked. There is a mode where one person can use one Joy-Con in each hand, but instead of letting you play normal songs, there are only like 5 songs available for this mode, which involve you imitating the actions of a tradesperson or a witch over a cauldron. Another fun mode they have is Dance Lab, which is a mode where I think you just have to keep up with the dancer on screen while they go through a variety of different styles. This mode doesn't really have any real appeal to me, and it also doesn't use any popular songs. It only uses Ubisoft original songs. This game also feels pretty culturally insensitive in some points. Some of the costume and set designs are more than just a little tone deaf. For example, Ariana Grande's Into You or Wankomi Mero Mero's song Sayonara. I also know that the dances are supposed to be like a mirror image of you, but if you're going to do that, then please make sure the kimonos are folded the right way around so that they're not done up like on dead people. It's Migi Maya. It's so simple. This is also a really minor thing, but the score screen after every song takes just way too long. It just takes too much time and you can't skip through it. Why are you making me wait like this, Ubisoft? So overall, I feel like this game had the opposite problems to Gal Metal. The UI in Garu Metaru is great, it's beautiful, it's oh, I love it, but the gameplay is garbage. On the other hand, I feel like the UI for Just Dance is over-designed and ridiculous, but the gameplay part is extremely good. And the gameplay is also the part that I spend the most of the time concentrating on in a game. So for these reasons, I'm going to give Just Dance 2018 for Nintendo Switch a great on the My Judgment scale. I realized that I gave it a lot more cons than pros, but despite all its weaknesses, it has really solid gameplay in my opinion. And that's one of, if not the most important part of a rhythm game for me. Also, I realized this review was extremely light on the kids and world dance floor parts of the game, but that is because I'm not a child and I hate interacting with strangers on the internet. So what do you think about this game? Viewer, what would you have rated it? Are there simple solutions to any of the problems that I've been having with this game? Please let me know in the comments. Please also like the video if you liked it and subscribe to boost my ego. Also, Ubisoft, if you're watching this, please put Samishi Nettaigyo and Just Dance Unlimited, please. Please. Please.